Welcome to Jackson, Tennessee, where it's the second home game for the Jackson Rockabillys. I'm Alexander Bitterling. I'll be doing your play-by-play for tonight and all season long here at home for the Rockabillys. The Rockabillys set to take on the Thrillville Thrillbillies, the two newest teams in the Prospect League, both of them starting their first inaugural season right here, the Thrillbillies and the Rockabillys. It's the battle of the Billies. Now both teams are coming off a tough loss to the Cape Catfish the last two nights. Last night it was the Thrillbillies, the night before it was the Rockabillys, but both teams looking to turn a new page here, and the Rockabillys looking for a win in front of the home crowd. Now we've got a great lineup. We'll get to that in just a little bit here for the Rockabillys. The Rockabillys looking to get in the groove, still trying to settle in a little bit as one team. College students from 20 colleges and universities all over the country trying to form and gel into one baseball team, all under the leadership of MLB veteran. Now he is the Rockabillys manager, Matt Franco. He played for a lot of teams you might be familiar with, the St. Louis Cardinals from right around here in West Tennessee, over there in Missouri, of course, but the Atlanta Braves as well, and the Chicago Cubs. Now, the Rockabillys will be testing out some new guys tonight. Some guys are making their first appearance, which, like I said, we'll talk about that later. Davis is going to be the starting pitcher, and it's going to be his first game for the Rockabillys. He is set to take the mound in just a few minutes. Now, the game does start at 7, but before that, we're going to take you down to the field for the national anthem in a few moments. You can see the fans there coming out to the ball game at the Hub City on a Monday night. It's a little bit cloudy, but the weather seems like it's going to hold off. It's about 85 degrees and just a perfect night for some baseball. One of those beautiful summer nights where you come on out to the ballpark, get yourself a cold Coca-Cola, a hot dog, or a hamburger, and enjoy some baseball. There's some of the fans doing just that right here. Now, of course, this is a Prospect League broadcast, also brought to you by BallGame Blitz. We're just a few moments from the first pitch here in the Hub City. Kay Davis, the sophomore from Ripley, Mississippi, will be your starter for tonight. He's a right-hander, very, very tall, 6'6". So Davis is going to have a very kind of late release. He goes to the University of Memphis, a small little school around here in West Tennessee. There's some of the players and coaches for the Rockabillys. Number 3 right there, Coach Cortland Siminox, one of the coaches for the Rockabillys. Talking to some of his guys there as they prepare for another night here in the Hub City. There's, of course, the ball boy and the umpires making their way out to the field. We are going to be treated in just a few minutes to a national anthem from our very own here at BallGame Blitz, Steve Beverly, a West Tennessee legend. He's actually going to be joining us later on here in the booth. We'll be doing the color commentary tonight alongside me here in the press box, and we've got a great team. We're going to have a great broadcast for you tonight. Beautiful angles, and, of course, all of the action that you love to see. Now, it is a special night here at the ballpark, as you see Matt Franco and the manager for the Thrillbillies meeting right there over home plate, talking it out with the umpires, of course, bringing those lineups. And right there is our very own Steve Beverly, alongside team owner for the Jackson Rockabillys, Dennis Bastian, who in just a few moments will give the mic over to Steve Beverly, and Steve will, of course, bring us that national anthem. Now tonight at the ballpark, Tyler's Amazing Balancing Act is going to be performing across the ballpark. We'll try to get you some shots of that and show all the fun stuff going on at the ballpark. It's also one of the first Military Mondays out here at the park. Every single Monday for home games in Jackson, military, veterans, and active service members get $1 admission to the ballpark. So if you're a veteran, make sure to come on out to the ballpark. And if you're not a veteran, don't worry about it. The price of admission is absolutely worth the ticket to a ball game. You want to come on out and be a part of history for the inaugural season for the Jackson Rockabillys. There's some of the fans, of course, making the wise decision to come on out to the ballpark. They got a good seat there right behind home plate. They're going to have first-hand view of all the action, but you actually have a better seat here. Watching it on TV, we've got all the angles for you for all the action. There's the bullpen, a couple of guys warming up and chatting it up for the Rockabillys. Now, you do need to make sure that you make plans to come out to the ballpark at some point this summer. Maybe you want to come out to all the games and get you some season tickets. Those are available as well, but lots of theme nights coming up at the ballpark. Things you don't want to miss, like Friday night fireworks, Military Mondays. We've got Elvis night later on in the summer, all types of things. And actually, tomorrow night is Teacher Appreciation Night, which means discounted tickets for teachers and teachers being honored at the game. There's the guys warming up for tonight, and that was Davis, which will be tonight's starting pitcher. Now, just a few moments from National Anthem. Right now, we're going to meet the starting lineups. First for the Thrillbillies, and then for your Jackson Rockabillys. Thrillbillies are coming into tonight's game 3-2. The Rockabillys still looking for that first win. Now the starting lineup for your Thrillbillies is being announced on the field. We'll go to that in just a few moments after the National Anthem. But it's a beautiful night here at the ballpark. Weather is cooling off a little bit as the sun has gone behind the clouds. Fans looking forward to enjoying a beautiful night here at the ballpark and hopefully the first win for the Jackson Rockabillys. Looking to get it done here on the home field. Now, the Rockabillys have been doing a pretty good job of hitting particularly certain guys in the lineup. As a team, they are batting .242, so looking to improve on that a little bit. But when it's counted, they've been able to get on base. They've scored 15 runs this season in just 4 games. They're signing some autographs for the young fans, and it's the Prospect League, so these guys are dudes that could go on to be in the minor leagues, even the major leagues possibly one day. Some major leaguers right now that have played in the Prospect League. Some major leaguer Hall of Famers who played in the Prospect League. And right now the starting lineups are being announced for the Rockabillys, so we're going to take you right now to the court.
Jordan. Batting cleanup tonight from East Tennessee State University. Designated hitter number 7, Luke Lowry. From Carson Newman University, playing first base, number 32, James Denton. From Southwest Tennessee Community College, left fielder, number 9, Hayden Collins, number 9. Batting 7. Playing third base. From Volunteer State Community College, number 36, Carter Vrabel, number 36. From Volunteer State Community College, your catcher, number 16, Brandon Vineyard, number 16. From the University of Memphis, playing second base, number 4, Tyler Macon. Number 4. Young man for your Jackson Rockabillys from the University of Memphis. Number 55, Kevin Davis. Number 55.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, on Military Monday, we want to recognize all past, retired, or current members of military service. If you would please stand. We salute you and we thank you for your service. Please remain standing. We also have a special honorarium tonight to a recently passed away veteran and longtime ballpark right here baseball season ticket holder, Jim Lusky, with his son Pete here tonight. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you all please rise? Address our flag in center field as Mr. Steve Beverly brings you our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That was Steve Beverly, who will be joining us here in the booth in just a few moments. He's going to be our color commentary person for tonight. Now, on the mound right now is number 55, Davis. And let's meet your starting lineup here for the Rockabillys. At the top of the first inning, warming up right now is Davis. It's going to be his first appearance pitching for the Rockabillys. Just moments away from first pitch, as the Thrillbillies, of course, will start things out as the away team. You can see Davis warming up there. And we're going to take a look at your fielders for the Rockabillys, which, of course, will be batting as well. Now starting out in left field is going to be Collins, number 9. He's going to be batting number 6 in this lineup, playing left field, of course. Now in center field, number 18, Jordan, who hit a home run in the game on Saturday night for the Rockabillys. He's batting in the 3rd position for the Rockabillys. He's batting .500 average right now. Now over there in right field is going to be Bird. Bird is going to be batting leadoff for the Rockabillys. Now to third base is Vrabel, which, if you recognize that last name, he's the son of the Titans head coach. He's going to be batting in the 7th position for the Rockabillys. Now go to shortstop there, and we will, of course, continue that, but right now it's time for the first pitch. So shortstop will be Hamilton, who's batting .400, batting in the 2nd position. Then first base is going to be Denton, number 32. Second baseman is Macon, who also has a .400 average, and that one goes right there to shortstop. An easy play for out number 1 on the first pitch. Beautiful throw from Hamilton over to first base.
Coming to the plate for the Thrillbillies, second baseman.
So 1 out already for the Thrillbillies. It's going to be Alex Zimmerman as he comes up to bat. First pitch, right in there for strike number 1, getting ahead of the hitter there. Alex Zimmerman goes to McKendree University That one's going to be hit over to third. Should be another routine play and a bullet over to first base for out number 2. So cruising so far is Davis and the Rockabillys. 2 outs on just 3 strikes. Always good to get quick innings, of course. Coming up to the plate now, it's going to be Jackson Lindsay. It's going to be ball number 1. Jackson Lindsay goes to the University of Alabama in Huntsville. He's a sophomore. That one's outside for ball number 2, a hitter's count. Swing and a miss. Strike number 1, 2-1 now the count. Davis trying to come back here and get the hitter out. Right on the corner. Lindsay just watches it go as the count is now even at 2-2. Here comes the 2-2. Almost caught the corner there, but the count will go full. One's going to be a ball. Wide, so it'll be a walk. I was a little confused of what was happening there, but the ball was, of course, a wild pitch, so a walk. We'll put Lindsay on base for the first base runner of the ball game. There are 2 outs, though, as Jackson McCoy comes up to bat. McCoy is a sophomore at John A. Logan College. He hits it over to third. Should be another routine grounder. And that's an out to retire the side. And the Thrillbillies will go take a seat. The Rockabillys will be up to bat with the smooth inning there. 4 up, 3 down as we head into the bottom of the first inning. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Rockabillys due up here in just a few moments, and it's going to be Bird leading us off. Hamilton, who's batting .400, and Jordan batting .500%. Had a home run in Saturday's game. That's going to be the first 3 due up. We'll see, of course, if the Rockabillys is able to get more to come to the plate. The starter for the Thrillbillies tonight is going to be Hunter Rouse, his first start of the season for the Thrillbillies. Of course, the Thrillbillies, a new team as well. So Rouse will not be hitting tonight. He's the pitcher. Of course, there will be a DH filling in for him. Rouse does have a 1.5 ERA through the season. He's got 1 win in 1 appearance. He went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. So we'll see what we see from Rawls here tonight. Rawls set to pitch to Bird in just a few moments. Hunter Rawls goes to Southeast Missouri State University, where he's a senior.
Fans leading off for your Jackson Rockabillys. Jackson State Community College rock fielder, number 8, Garrett Bird.
Garrett Bird, the hometown kid, set to start things off in the batter's box for the Rockabillys. He goes to Dyersburg State Community College. He's playing right field today. Here comes the first pitch. It's going to be fouled back for strike number 1. Garrett's originally from Martin, Tennessee. If you're ever looking for just some profiles on the players, you can go over to rockabillysbaseball.com. Go to the roster as that one's fouled back for strike number 2. If you go to the roster there, you can meet the players, read about their favorite MLB players, some of their hobbies, where they go to school, and things like that. So if you're wanting to learn more about these guys that are wearing the uniforms in Jackson for the Rockabillys, just go check that out. Here comes the pitch. Did he check his swing? He did. So ball number 1 as that one was low and outside. Good check swing there by Bird. Makes it 1-2. Bird has a .286 average so far through the season as he watches ball number 2 bounce in. He's also got 2 stolen bases, so Bird is, of course, as leadoff hitters traditionally are, very speedy on the base pass. He punches that one out to left field, and a great play robs him of a hit there. Bird almost singles to start out the game, but he's going to end up flying out to left field on a tough break there. Now the shortstop, Aiden Hamilton from the University of Kentucky. I'm a Wildcats fan myself, so glad to see him wearing the uniform for the Rockabillys. He's hitting .400 on the season, looking to continue that great work at the plate here today. He's walked 2 times as well. He watches ball number 1 there. One and 0, it's a hitter's count. Rouse deals. That one's going to be inside for ball number 2. So Hamilton jumps out ahead here. Hamilton was just finished up his freshman year at the University of Kentucky. Here comes the 2-0, swing and a miss for strike number 1. Hamilton's played in 3 out of 4 of the ball games for the Rockabillys. He chops that one up the middle. He's going to take a bounce, and he'll be thrown out by the shortstop. It almost looked like that bounce was going to be enough for him to get an infield single. He tried to beat it out. Props to him for hustling, but just quite did not have enough time. So 2 outs now. The center fielder, who's a power hitter for the Rockabillys, Nico Jordan, who hit a home run in Saturday night's game, and he's hitting a mean 500%. He's got that hound dog in him. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss outside. He wanted all of that one. Here comes the 0-1. Jordan takes a crack at it. It's going to go foul over by the first base line. Catches a break there. If that one had stayed fair, would have been an out. So Jordan now with another opportunity here. 0-2. Thrillbillies with the bright red jerseys, excuse me. I was thinking red and said right. Bright with the orange accents. Now the Rockabillys, a really classic, clean-looking jersey with that beautiful purple and blue as that one's fouled back. Jordan stays alive here. Here comes the 1-2. Excuse me, the 0-2. That one's outside. Now it's 1-2. A little bit of a prophetic call for me there. 1-2 with 2 outs as Jordan's looking to extend the first inning. Here comes the pitch. That one's cracked. It's going deep out to center field and off the wall. Jordan's headed to second. He's going to hold up there for a stand-up double. And the high wall out in center field, able to hold this one, but 392 as Jordan hits a double right to center field. Now the clean-up hitter coming up to bat, Luke Lowry, who's hitting .462 on the season, and you can see he's the clean-up hitter for a reason. DHing tonight, goes to East Tennessee State University. He's looking in to drive the first run of the ball game in here. Originally from Norris, Tennessee. A lot of hometown kids. A lot of Tennessee boys on the roster. Here comes the pitch. Way high. Has to duck out of the way for ball number 1. Lowry's got the advantage here. 1-0. Jordan, of course, in scoring position there at second, dancing around a little bit. Lowry thought about that one, but will watch it for strike number 1. 1-1. Sometimes you'll take a strike just because it's not the pitch that you want to hit. You don't always just want to make contact with the ball. You want to make contact with it and hit it in the right direction. Here comes the 1-1 from Rawls. Lowry will watch that one. Strike number 2. See if we see Jordan running here on second. Hasn't attempted to steal a base yet this season. That one's going to be cracked, maybe through the infield. Not quite. Can he beat it out? And Lowry not able to beat that one out. So out number 3. The Rockabillys will be retired, but they strike first as far as hits are concerned. Jordan, a double deep out to center field. Almost a home run, but the tall wall here in Jackson will hold it. We'll take a quick break before we head to the second inning.
Here at Carlock Automotive of Jackson, we have it all. New car savings, quality used cars. We repair all makes and models. We can even buy cars. I don't think I have to say it.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. The name you can count on, Carlock Automotive. Carlock Nissan and Carlock Prestige, Van Drive, Jackson.
Tyler's amazing balancing act here at the ballpark.
But Tyler, can you dance while balancing? I guess we'll find out.
One of the great things at the ballpark tonight, Tyler's amazing balancing act, and you see right there why they call it an amazing balancing act. That's something I wouldn't even attempt because I know it would end very poorly, probably in injury, but Tyler is a professional, and we'll see more from him later on tonight. Now, a really smooth inning for Davis there in the first. He's looking to continue that here, and he's facing Michael Milot. Michael Milot goes to Bradley University, where he is a junior. In for strike number 1. Great pitch there from Davis. It's the first time that Davis has pitched for the Rockabillys. That one's fouled back. For strike number 2. It looks like they're giving a new ball to Davis. Umpire walked it all the way out there. Interesting. Usually they hand it to the catcher, and the catcher throws it out to the pitcher, but he wanted to hand deliver that one. Here comes the 0-2, way ahead of Milot. Milot batting .438 on the season and right into the glove of first baseman Denton for out number 1. You love an easy out like that. Now it's going to be Bryson Arnett, the third baseman, coming up to bat. Arnett batting just .263 in 19 at-bats. Davis deals in a little bit for ball number 1. The 1-0. A little low for ball number 2. Davis trying to get him to chase. Arnett not quite giving in yet. He'll try again. 2-0. There, he got him to chase, and a beautiful pitch there for 2-1. Great comeback pitch from Davis. He's pitched 13 pitches so far in the ball game. Almost got him to chase there on the bounce. 3-1 now the count. Davis, of course, going to be trying to put this one right in the strike zone there, as Arnett going to be careful not to swing at one. He'll swing at that one, and that's going to go foul to make the count full. Almost landed in that trash can there. Every time a ball goes foul at the ballpark, you can see fans scrambling to grab that souvenir right there. And one of the great things about baseball is they don't take the balls back when they're hit foul. They let the fans take them home. That one's going to be chopped out to center. If he can get a good read on it, should be an easy play, and out number 2. Jordan out there in center field, of course, a good fielder, and look at the fans standing up for that catch. 2 outs. Davis has set down 3 straight. There's the young fans who got the souvenir ball. In the Major League Baseball, they like you take the balls home as well. But when you get into basketball and football, they always want the balls back. They don't let the fans keep them for souvenirs. Right in there, beautiful pitch for strike number 1 as Davis setting the tone of this at-bat. Virgil Smith is up to bat. Chops that one right up the middle and just took a weird bounce. Is going to get out to center field for an infield single. Davis barely got a glove on it, but took a weird bounce and then went over there to the second baseman. Macon wasn't quite able to get a hold of it either, so will be a base runner here, but there are 2 outs. So you get this out here, no harm, no foul. It is tough for a pitcher, though, when you get that ground ball and you think that maybe the inning is over and suddenly you've got a base runner on. But Davis, of course, is a professional. Will settle in here, and I have no doubt he'll get out of this one. Charlie Corum up to bat. Oh, and he hits him there on the first pitch. So Corum will take the base. And Davis and Vineyard will talk this one over a little bit. There are still 2 outs. Evan McCarthy will come up to bat. He's batting .250 on the season in 8 plate appearances. There are 2 on, 2 outs. Here's going to be the first pitch to McCarthy. In there for strike number 1. Got him swinging. Gets out ahead here in the count. A 1-1 on the way in just a moment.
Do you have a spare battery? Hey, Zach, make sure that's plugged into the wall.
That one's going to be chopped foul for strike number 2. Takes a couple bounces around the ballpark. So 0-2, a pitcher's count here. Davis looking to take advantage of McCarthy and get out number 3 to take us to the bottom of the second. Davis will step off. Here's the 0-2. Almost got him to swing. McCarthy almost gave chase. One and 2 as Davis trying to get out of this inning here without giving up a run. He's 1 out away, could be 1 pitch away. Takes his time, deals. Oh, almost. That one just a little bit low for ball number 2. McCarthy almost took a swing at that one. It was a beautiful pitch, trying to get him to chase there. Fortunately, it didn't pay off. He'll try to do it again here. The payoff pitch as it counts even at 2. Just outside, ball number 3. Full count now. Davis trying to be a little bit careful with 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position. Looking to get that 3rd out any way possible. He would love a strikeout here. Here comes the full count pitch. Just a hair high. That'll load up the bases as McCarthy will take a walk.
Now batting for the Thrillbillies, shortstop number 3, Josh Griffin.
That's going to bring up Josh Griffin, who's 0 for 1 in the ball game, and that signals that they've made all the way through the lineup. Josh Griffin batting .412 on the season in 4 games, 17 at-bats. He's got 7 hits. Finds a zone there for strike number 1. Davis doing a great job of getting ahead of hitters. Very often getting that first pitch strike. Bases are loaded, but you get out here and you wipe it off. Pretend like nothing ever happened. That one a little bit outside. Here comes the 1-1. Chopped foul for strike number 2. So 1-2, Davis ahead in the count. He's 1 pitch from getting out of this inning. He got Griffin the first time. That one drops in there for ball number 2. So not a full count, an even count at 2. Bases are loaded is what I was thinking there. Josh Griffin grounded out to shortstop in his first at bat. Wouldn't mind that to happen again here. He chops that one foul again. Still 2-2. Josh Griffin is a great hitter for the Thrillbillies. 0-1 so far, though, and the Rockabillys trying to make him 0 for 2. Was going to be hit and foul out to left field. Got a good connection on that ball, but just a little bit behind it, he chops that one foul. Davis navigating a little bit of a tough situation here, but trying to get out of it without giving up that run. 2-2. He really needs a strikeout here. And he's going to lose control of that one. Griffin will take first base, and the first run of the ball game will come into home. Smith, the one scoring the run. And Matt Franco is going to make his way out to the mound. Actually, that's pitching coach Corey Wright. He's going to make his way out there. Talk it over for a minute. Can't believe he's going to pull out Davis yet, but just give him a little bit of a pep talk. Encourage him to get after this batter here, dial it in a little bit. He's been doing a great job of getting that first pitch strike, getting ahead of hitters. Of course, was getting quick outs there in the first inning, and the first part of this second inning, he just needs 1 out. 1 run is not too much damage done. Zimmerman's going to come up to bat. He grounded out to third in his first plate appearance. He's 0 for 1. Here comes the pitch. Right in middle there for strike number 1. Gets ahead of another batter.
Second baseman, number 10, Alex Zimmerman.
Zimmerman hitting just .214 on the season and 14 plate appearances. Almost found the zone for strike number 2 there, but it'll be even at 1. Here comes the 1-1 from Davis. He turns, steps, and deals. It's going to be high for ball number 2. Zimmerman has to get out of the way. So 2-1 now the count. That one doesn't get the call. Looks like it was right on the line to me. Davis, a good pitch, but 3-1 the count. Three and one. Davis trying to get back here. Right down the middle for strike number 2. Full count. Zimmerman just watches it go. And once again, Davis is 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Full count. Runners are going. That one's going to be popped up. If it'll stay fair, it's not going to. So out. They were running on all 3 bases on that one. Interesting, very aggressive strategy there. It's a full count. Bases are loaded, but there are 2 outs. Here comes the full count pitch again. Davis. That one's going to be hit. And it'll stay fair enough for the out. So the Thrillbillies are retired. They score 1 run, but Davis doing a good job of getting out of the bases loaded situation. The Rockabillys will be up to bat in just a moment, and we'll see if they can get that run back, take control of this ball game. We'll take a quick break.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. The name you can count on. Carlock Automotive. Carlock Nissan and Carlock Prestige, Van Drive, Jackson.
Rockabillys due up to bat in just a moment. Starting it out is going to be Denton, then Collins, then Vrabel. First 3 batters. And the Rockabillys looking to get more than 3 to the plate as they're looking to get a run back, get a couple runs while they're at it. They are down 1-0, but not too much of a mountain to climb. Rawls is going to be back up there on the mound for the 2nd inning. He did give up a double to Jordan, who was deep to center field, but Rockabillys weren't able to capitalize off of that. James Denton from Mount Prospect, Illinois, goes to Carson Newman University. He's going to be starting it out for the Rockabillys. Throw down to second, takes a bounce there. That's a tough throw to make for any catcher. They're going to have a quick infield high-five session, it looks like, for the Thrillbillies. Denton's up to bat. James Denton. Here comes the first pitch to Denton. Inside for ball number 1. So 1-0 as Denton's ahead in the count. Chops that one foul for strike number 1. Here comes the 1-1. Denton takes a swing at it. It's going to go right to the first baseman for out number 1. It's going to bring up the left fielder, Collins, for the Rockabillys. Goes to Southwest Tennessee Community College. Another hometown kid as well. Here comes the first pitch to Collins. That one's going to be high. Takes a big bounce off the catcher's glove there. Ball number 1. Here comes the 1-0. He swings at that one. It's out to the gap between left and center. Is it going to get down? It will, right before the wall. Collins is headed for second. He's going to stop right at second for a stand-up double. So Collins gets the crowd going a little bit here for the Rockabillys. That's his second double of the season. Now the Rockabillys looking to get it started here. They've got a runner in scoring position with just 1 out. Number 36, Carter Vrabel, is up to bat. Just his second game started of the season. Here comes the pitch. Right in there for strike number 1. Vrabel, of course, is the son of Titans head coach Mike Vrabel. Trying to make a name for himself. He lifts that one out to right field. 3 guys are out there, and they're going to let it drop. Not paying any attention. And Collins will advance over to third off the error. Vrabel able to get to first, doing a good job of running through the bag. So still 1 out. Runners on the corners now for the Rockabillys as they catch a little bit of a break. They ruled that one a hit in the official scoring book. So a hit for Vrabel, his first hit of the season. That's going to bring up the catcher, Vineyard. That one's down low for ball number 1. Here comes the 1-0. Runners on the corners. Great opportunity for the Rockabillys. Swing and a miss for strike number 1. If a fly ball is lifted out to deep in the outfield, probably will score a run on the sacrifice fly. Of course, he would love a hit, though, to keep the inning going. Just 1 out. Here comes the pitch to Vineyard. He hits it right over to third. Could be a double play ball if it's in time, and it will be. So that will retire the side for the Rockabillys. Rockabillys strand 2 runners as we head into the top of the 3rd inning. Rockabillys trail it 1-0.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow-motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Oh man, we got some good dancers over there. All right, fans, listen up. In the 7th inning of tonight's game, I'm having a contest where one lucky fan is going to join me on the field to win a prize. If you guys want that chance, all you gotta do is go to Instagram, Follow Amazing Tyler 1 and leave me a fun comment on my most recent picture. Again, guys, if you want to join me on the field to win a prize in the 7th inning, just head to Instagram and leave me a fun comment on my most recent picture. Good luck, guys. I'll see you later.
Hey fans, Tuesday, June the 6th, Rockabillys is celebrating with Boys Point. It is our Schools Out, Teachers In night. All teachers are admitted for only $2.
Headed into the top of the third. Davis still on the mound for the Rockabillys. It's 1-0. Davis did a good job of getting out of a tough spot last inning. He's looking to have a fresh and easier inning here in the third. He's warming up right now. Now he's going to face, actually, we've just been told that there's going to be a pitching change. So Will Rapole is now on the mound. Will Rapole comes into this game with 1 appearance. Gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. So he's going to be looking to get it done here for the Rockabillys. Will is a junior at Houston Christian University. He's going to have to face Jackson Lindsay, who's 0 for 1, McCoy, who's 0 for 1, and Mylott, who's also 0 for 1. So he's looking for a smooth inning here to keep the Rockabillys within striking distance. Thrillbillies are 3-2 coming into tonight's game. The Rockabillys trying to make them 3-3. And Rockabillys looking for their first win here in front of the home crowd. So a brand new pitcher for the second time through the lineup. Just when the Thrillbillies thought they maybe got a read on things from coming from the mound, they've got to adjust to a new pitcher they've likely never faced before. RuPaul is on the mound, pitches it in for strike number 1. Here comes the 0-1. Outside. Even count now. Lindsay batting .444 on the season. Takes that one in for ball number 2. Lindsay has 8 hits and 18 at-bats. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. That one's inside for ball number 3. So a hitter's count for Lindsay, but Rapole trying to bounce back here. Thrillbillies, a brand new team to the Prospect League, just like the Rockabillys. It's the battle of the Billies here in the Hub City. It's going to be ball number 4, and Lindsay will take first base. That's going to bring up Jackson McCoy, the center fielder for the Thrillbillies. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Now the Rockabillys and the Thrillbillies will face off again tomorrow night here at the ballpark. It's also Teacher Appreciation Night. Teachers get a discounted ticket to the game. Game will be at 7 o'clock, just like all home games are this season. And time for ball number 1. Here comes the 1-0. That one's going to be cracked right through the gap there past the third baseman for a single. Lindsay's going to be held at second, so 2 on. No outs for the Thrillbillies. Michael Mylott is going to come up to bat. He's 0 for 1 today. Rockabillys trying to continue that, of course. He came into today's game batting .438. Thrillbillies came into today's game batting .330 as a team. So a good hitting team, the Thrillbillies. Ball right in there for strike number 1. Oh, it's going to be called a ball. Looks good to me, but a ball number 1 now. Ball falls behind McCoy. Looking for a comeback pitch here. Owen's going to be hit. Out to right field, tailing, and it's going to be out foul into the visiting bullpen. 1-1 now the count. Great job there by Bird to make his way all the way over there. In case there was a play, he ran pretty far, but the ball just tailed way too foul. 2 runners on. Here comes the 1-1. It's going to be hit right through the gap between first and second. They're headed home. Here's the throw to home, and he's going to retreat. Lindsey would have been caught by a mile if he had went home. He decides to think better of it and head back to third base. A bullet throw from Bird. We've seen that multiple times from him this season. Just a great arm out there in right field. Bryson Arnett, who's 0 for 1 in today's game, heads up to the plate. Arnett was batting .263 headed into today's game. Here comes the pitch from Rapole. Bases loaded. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. They're going to check down at first. And just barely able to scamper back. Good throw down there from Vineyard. Almost got him. So it's 0-2. Rapole way ahead here. Trying to keep the Thrillbillies lead at just 1 run. High for ball number 1, 1-2. Rapole has a couple pitches to toy with here. Here's the 1-2. That one's going to be chopped right to shortstop. Great play there. But everybody's going to be safe. Wasn't able to get up quick enough, but he did limit it from going out to the outfield and possibly scored a run. Our second run. A run does score, but prevented possibly an extra run from scoring if that ball went out there to left field. So 2-0 now the score. It's going to bring up Virgil Smith, 6-foot senior from Bellarmine University. The Rockabillys looking to stop the bleeding here. That one's going to be chopped foul and headed out of the stadium. Watch your cars in the parking lots, folks. Here's the 0-1. Rapole was ahead of him. It's going to be hit right up the middle and a great play. Caught for out number 1. Almost got a second out there at second or first. He did get the second out at second. So a double play. A double play. Runners now on the corners with 2 outs. I thought he got the runner there at second, but he kind of hesitated for a moment. A great double play from Hamilton. Looked at trying to get a triple play, but didn't quite get the runner at first. Still 2 outs. A chance for the Rockabillys to get out of the inning here, just giving up 1 run. Charlie Corum up to bat. In there for strike number 1. Gets ahead of Corum. That one's going to be ball number 1. Even count now. Here's the 1-1 with runners on the corners. Check over to first. Going to be back safely. Keep him honest over there at first, though. Inside for ball number 2, so 2-1. Corum was hit by a pitch in his last at bat. 1-1. In there for strike number 2. A good pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike out there, and the inning is over. Thrillbillies add on 1, but it's 2-0 headed into the bottom of the 3rd.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Here at Carlock Automotive of Jackson, we have it all. New car savings, quality used cars. We repair all makes and models. We can even buy cars. I don't think I have to say it.
There's the rockabilly for the Jackson Rockabillys. The mascot. We're headed into the bottom of the 3rd.
Mascot. One on out with JR. Let's hear it.
JR performing for the fans here. The mascot for the Rockabillys. As the battle of the Billies here in the Hub City. The Rockabillys taking on the Thrillbillies, the 2 newest teams in the Prospect League. Both this season is their inaugural season. The Rockabillys looking to get things started here, to get in that scoring column. Had some opportunity in the 2nd inning there, weren't quite able to capitalize. But this is going to be the 3rd inning. And, of course, they're headed through the lineup again, so an opportunity as Rawls is still on the mound. And Tyler Macon is going to be up to bat from the University of Memphis. Here comes the pitch. Holds off on it for ball number 1. Ball number 2 there. Macon ahead in the count here. Ball number 3. High, Macon way ahead here. I assume he's not going to be swinging on this pitch. Here comes the 3-0. Right in there for strike number 1. Good job from Rawls to make sure that one found the strike zone, but 3-1, Macon still way ahead. Chops that one back. The count goes full. Just a little behind it. That one's going to be hit right up the middle and through the gap, making a nice single there. Classic hit it where they're not. So Macon gets things started here for the Rockabillys. And now it's going to be the leadoff hitter. Garrett Bird's going to be up to bat for the Rockabillys as they're looking to capitalize here off a leadoff single. Now Bird's probably the man you want up to bat. Bird hitting nearly 300 heading into today's game. 0-1 the count. Here comes the pitch, stealing. Throw is going to be maybe in time, but gets out into center field. And running for third. The throw is going to be high over his head. And into the stands. That's going to score a run for the Rockabillys. Macon doing some magic on the base pass there. Steals second off the wild throw. Then a wild throw over to third will bring Macon in home. And how about that? You get a single and find yourself all the way home. So the Rockabillys scored their first run of the ball game. It's 2-1 now. Bird looking to keep this going here. 0-2 is the count. That one's going to be hit. A little bit of a mix-up, but will be caught by the shortstop. Looks like they were going to get caught up in who was actually going to catch that, but Griffin does make the grab for the first out. Aiden Hamilton, the shortstop, going to come up to bat now. Hamilton bats left-handed. Watches that one for ball number 1 in the dirt. Rawls at 30 pitches through 2 1/3. Way outside for ball number 2. The catcher tried to frame it, but no way you're going to get that call there. Gorham did his best. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss. That one's going to be fouled back to even up the count. Hamilton, of course, goes to the University of Kentucky. He's looking to extend the Rockabillys inning here. 1 out, 1-1 the count. Watches that one for strike number 2. He probably thought it was a little bit low. Here comes the 1-2 from Rawls. That one's going to be chopped, and we'll go foul. So we'll do it all again here with the 1-2 count. If Hamilton can get on base here, the dangerous hitter Jordan is up to bat. Now Hamilton, a dangerous hitter in his own right, comes into today's game batting .400 from the plate. Jordan batting .500 coming into today's game and added on a double there in the second inning. Two errors for the Thrillbillies in today's game. One of them allowed the Rockabillys to score that run. Good cut there, but it'll go straight foul to the right. Two and two. Here comes the pitch to Hamilton. It was going to be hit right over to first. Fair, and it gets out of the way there as Hamilton is going to get on base. Scored that one a hit. Hamilton made that ball take a weird bounce. And Lindsey over there at first base couldn't get a grab on it. He tried to kind of put his glove up behind his head, and that's definitely a difficult play to make. So Hamilton on first now, and that brings Jordan up, who's got a double in this ball game. Hamilton's got 2 stolen bases already on the season, so we could see him running here on the base pass with 1 out. Jordan takes a big cut, but misses it for strike number 1. Jordan watches that one for ball number 1. Almost hit him in the foot. Gets away from the catcher, but not far enough for Hamilton to make his way over to second. Could see Hamilton running here. He's got 2 stolen bases already, as I mentioned a moment ago. And there he goes, 1-1. Pitch gets away from the catcher and stand-up stolen base there. It was almost like the catcher, Corum, was just in too much of a hurry to get the ball to second base. He didn't take the time to catch it. So that one gets behind him. And now Hamilton in scoring position. 2-1 is the count to Jordan, who, of course, is a deadly hitter. He hit a home run in Saturday night's game. The Rockabillys wouldn't mind if he does one here to take the lead in the ball game. Here comes the pitch. Way inside. He has to scoot out of the way. 3-1 now the count. The fans here at the Hub City yelling charge for the Rockabillys as they're looking to tie this ball game up with the runner in scoring position. Here's the 3-1 to Jordan, swinging a big cut. That'll make the count go to full. Rawls has not walked a batter yet in the ball game. He also hasn't struck out a batter. Jordan wouldn't mind a walk here, but would love to get a hit and drive in a run. Instead, he'll strike out and go take a seat in the dugout. 2 outs now for the Rockabillys, but the inning's not over yet. That's going to bring up Luke Lowry, the designated hitter for the Rockabillys, who came into today's ball game batting .462 from the plate. So Lowry is a man you want there at the plate with the runner in scoring position. Of course, he goes to East Tennessee State University. And here comes the first pitch to Lowry. Takes a big swing at it. It's headed high in the sky. Looks like it's going to go foul over on the right side and just out of the reach of first baseman Lindsey. Not able to make the play, and a break there for the Rockabillys. It's a cloudy night, so the ball not carrying quite as much as it would when the clouds are gone. About 81 degrees is your temperature. Beautiful weather for baseball. Lowry behind in the count, 0-1. Here comes the pitch. That one finds the corner, I guess, on the inside for strike number 2. At least according to umpire, that's strike number 2. So Lowry going to have to be extra careful here, down 0-2 in the count. He hits that one, and right over the head of the first baseman, headed for home. And the Rockabillys will tie this one up off a single from Lowry. So the Rockabillys 2-2, a great piece of hitting there with 2 strikes just right over the head of Lindsey. He did all he could to try to make the play, but he needed about 2 more feet on his vertical there to make that one. That's going to bring up Denton, who's looking to continue the inning for the Rockabillys. They've picked up 2 runs and tied this ball game up. Denton takes a cut, but fouls it straight back. Here's the 0-1. Down in the dirt for ball number 1. So even count at 1. Lowry takes off the gear from his legs there. Could be running here on the base paths. Shaving off a little bit of weight. He gets a good lead but doesn't break for second on the swing and the miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. You got to believe he's running here on this one. Denton behind in the count, looking to carry on the inning. Watches that one for ball number 2. Lowry hasn't attempted to steal a base yet on the season. That one hit through the gap between first and second to continue the inning for the Rockabillys. Lavery will be held at second, but a great hit there from Denton. His first hit of the ball game, and that's going to bring up Collins, who's already 1 for 1.
Left fielder, number 9, Hayden Collins.
Hayden Collins is up to bat. He doubled to right center in the second inning. A double here would bring in another run, maybe possibly an insurance run. So they'll have a quick meeting here on the mound. We'll see if Rawls remains in the ball game. This is one of those where you kind of ask your pitcher, how are you feeling here with about 50 pitches? Tied the ball game up, 2 runners on. Now you only need 1 out to get out of the inning, but you want to see how they feel about approaching this next batter here. Talk over some strategy and try to keep this ball game tied instead of finding yourself behind. Now the temperature dropping pretty quickly here in Jackson, but dropping to just nicer weather for baseball. It's about 79 degrees. It's dropped 2 degrees in the last about 20 minutes or so at the ballpark. Now Collins did, of course, get that double off of Rawls in the second inning, so they could be talking a little bit about a different approach here in the second at-bat. And the Thrillbillies logos, I think that's red with orange lettering, but it could just be red on red with the black outline. A little tough to read on those. Collins, one of those guys that plays right here in Tennessee, Southwest Tennessee Community College. He swings at strike number 1 there. Here comes the other pitch. He swings at that one. That one was outside, but strike number 2 regardless. So 0-2, Collins behind in the count, but Rockabillys have found themselves behind a couple times in this inning and have managed to come back and get hits. That one's going to go foul, and Matt Franco tried to make a play out there, reminiscent of his days playing ball himself in the major leagues. He did not make the play, but in the majors he tend to make that play a little bit more often. It's a little easier with the glove. That one high for ball number 1. Good eye there from Collins. Of course, got to be battling off any pitch that's close here with the 1-2 count. That one's not close at all for ball number 2. 2 runners on. Collins a chance to take the lead for the Rockabillys. Now the problem is they've already got 2 outs. Here comes the 2-2. Rawls checks over at second and watches that one for strike number 3. He knew it the moment the pitch landed in the catcher's glove. Collins will go take a seat, and that's the end of the inning, but the Rockabillys tie it up 2-2 as we head into the top of the 4th.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Joining us now, as promised, is the one, the only, Steve Beverly. You saw him at the top of the game singing the national anthem, but he joins us in the booth now. Steve, how's it going tonight?
Oh, it's a great night here. We don't have it in the 90s when we started this game tonight, and fortunately the rain fizzled out all throughout West Tennessee, and so that has made it a nice night to be at the ballpark. And, you know, the Rockabillys made a nice rally in the 3rd inning there to get this thing tied at 2.
A great inning there from the Rockabillys. Some magic on the base paths, and then a couple great hits put together there. One of the great ballpark games here, it looks like. And I'm not going to lie to you, Steve. I know that girl right there. She just got engaged yesterday.
Do you want to tell us some more details about that?
I don't. I was not there, so I don't have too many details.
So you don't have all the specifics.
I don't. I'm not going to tell you any names. I feel like that's inappropriate. But this girl was engaged as of yesterday, but it looks like she might not win this game here.
She's going to have to hurry.
She's a little bit behind. I don't know the rules here. But the man can't get the suitcase unzipped here.
Well, she may catch up to him in this.
She has a little bit different strategy, it looks like. I personally am not very good at packing, Steve, and this is similar to how I pack. I grab some clothes and throw them in the suitcase.
So yours are scattered all over before you can finally get them ready to go on a trip.
And then I find myself on the trip with about 10 shirts and 1 pair of shorts. It's not the best way. I don't recommend it.
Now, let's see if she has a complete grab here. See, he's already down there. He figured out a way to get most of his in that other time. Now, he and JR are having a standoff now.
He's trying to steal some of the clothes from JR. JR, of course, sabotaging as all the great mascots do. It's par for the course, I think.
You know, she could pull off an upset on this thing if JR steals another one of this batch.
Well, JR put the pink shirt back, which is unfortunate for the girl here, but I think she's having a good day anyways, getting engaged yesterday.
Now, see, he's got to pack this thing down really tight to get this closed.
Oh, she's picking up the last load here. It could be close, coming down to the wire. And he
I don't know.
realizes
She may be running out of gas here. That's. Well, I don't know. Let's take a look and see if she gets this thing packed in there really tight and can zip it up fast.
He looks like he got hung up a little bit there in the middle.
Well, I think he's getting the corner now.
Once you round that corner, yep, and
well, he narrowed it out, and boy, he's happy with himself.
They were very close, though, near the end there. It looked dire for our friend down there, but it was a close competition. And I've never seen that one at the ballpark, but like
I have a feeling we will see it again.
I believe so. I believe I'd be good at it, too, with the way I pack.
That's the kind of stuff they used to play. They used to do the kind of stuff like that on Beat the Clock years ago. That was way before your time, Alexander.
Well, I'm beating the clock in life, I feel like. I don't know what that means, but
you're doing pretty well with it.
I'm trying my best. You know, Rapol's still out there on the mound, but now he's working with a tied ball game. Now, Steve, you get a lot more confidence on the mound when the game's tied up versus being down 2-0.
Well, you know, he had some struggles there in the first couple of innings, and he hit some batters, but he seems to really have settled down now.
He's ahead 0-1. He's been doing a good job of getting ahead of hitters. Evens up the count there.
The other thing that you look at a pitcher like him is that he was able to get out of it with the 2 jams he was in with only 2 runs scoring.
Bounces that one in. Just lost control a little bit there. But he did do a good job of navigating through bases loaded. And anytime you got the bases loaded and just give up 1 out, you consider that a win.
That could easily have been a 4 or 5 run inning, and he managed to hold them down. And so now he's got a tie ball game and an opportunity to get this team back into a rally.
That one right into the gap between right and center, and he almost thought McCarthy was going to head for second there. Just challenges them a little bit, but the way this ballpark is, Steve, it's deep out there in the gaps.
Well, you're looking at it. It's 392 to center field, and those things, if it goes all the way back to the wall, you can go and, I mean, it's not beyond the realm of possibility of coming away with a triple, but they did a good job in the outfield center fielder of holding him back to just a single.
Now here with the runner on and Josh Griffin up, you're looking for a double play ball if you're the Rockabillys. And you can see the infield coming in a little bit. That one down for ball number 1.
One of the great things is seeing all these young fellows who are here from so many of the area community colleges in this region or from the universities that are nearby.
They did a good job of putting together this roster with some Tennessee boys on it. That one's deep to center and right over the head. May bring in a run. They're going to hold him there at third.
I think one of the reasons is they looked to see whether or not he was going to be able to catch that one, and so they had to hold up before he finally took off, and so they had to hold him on second and third.
You've got to be careful with Jordan out there in center. He's very speedy, and he can get to a lot of those deep balls, and he'll throw you out if you give him the chance. So probably a wise decision from the Thrillbillies. That's going to bring up Alex Zimmerman. Was high for ball number 1. Gets away from the catcher. There's going to be a play at the plate. Diving for it. I believe he's out. They're calling him safe.
No, they're calling him safe. Said he slid in under the tag. And the fans here at the ballpark are not happy.
It looked like he slid a little bit too far off the plate, but I guess he was able to get his hand in there after the fact. And the fans are not happy as the Thrillbillies take a 3-2 lead. And on the play, advancing over to third. So
let's take a look at this replay right here. Oh, we thought we had a replay, but we didn't.
That's going to be ball number 1, a little bit low. And here comes the replay. Well, they call off the pitch there. It looks like the catcher got scuffed up maybe on the diving play.
Good to see my good friend Steve Bowers here at the ballpark tonight, enjoying the game.
And really, if you're around the West Tennessee area or feeling like a road trip, you've got to make it out here to the ballpark. One of the premier ballparks in the Prospect League. It's a beautiful ballpark in Jackson, Tennessee, and you get a chance to be a part of history, Steve.
Well, you're talking about over the last 3 decades. There's been so many major things that happened here. You had formerly had a Southern League All-Star game here in Wink Martindale. Jackson's native son came back for that to MC a lot of the activities, and you've seen some previous minor league championships that were won here in this ballpark. You've had the Ohio Valley Conference that has staged its tournaments here. So this ballpark that came along, and let's look at that replay again.
Unless the ball came out, the ball did come out. That's what it was.
That's it. The ball
he got the
came
tag
out
with the glove before the runner scored, but the ball came out.
You got to hold on to it. That's the problem.
Good comeback pitch there for strike number 1. 2-1 now the count.
Well, his job is just try to shake that off. He's got nobody out, but, take care of the runner on third. And
good pitch there.
Yeah,
2-2.
Nice curveball.
The Rockabillys aren't in too bad of a situation. They've been doing a good job from the plate. I mean, as far as getting hits and getting the 2 runs there in the third. So as a pitcher, you got to feel good about what your guys are doing at the plate.
So we've gone full, and you can expect the runner on third will probably be moving with this pitch.
It's full count, no outs. That's going to be, I guess, just outside there for ball number 4. So runners on the corners now. Jackson Lindsay coming up to bat, and he's a pretty good hitter. 444 headed into today's game, but the Thrillbillies doing a good job of swinging the bat all around. Over 300 as a team headed into today's game. But the Rockabillys looking for a double play here. 1-0 the count.
And this is one of those situations that you might end up sacrificing the run to get the double play.
Got that runner on third, which is a tough place to be. That one right up the middle, but gets through the gap. That'll bring in a run. And runners back on the corners here. Zimmerman able to get the single there, bring in an RBI.
Now, that was a perfect hit-and-run play, and it was just out of the reach of the infielder. And the speed on the base pass allowed that runner to get over to third.
So the Rockabillys find themselves in the same situation again here with runners on the corners. Looking for a better outcome here. Jackson McCoy up to bat. One's high in the sky. Should be an easy play out there for Jordan. And he catches it. Runners will tag up. That'll bring in the 5th run for the Thrillbillies.
It was just deep enough out there in center field to allow that runner to come in.
So 1 out now Runner on first. A double play ball here, though, could get the Rockabillys out of this tough inning. Evan McCarthy up to bat. Here comes the pitch. Strike number one finds the outside corner there.
He's got a good curveball, and that was a nice fastball just on the inside corner.
Gets ahead of the hitter here. Strike number two goes right back to it.
Yeah, you go to the curve again and managed to get it just inside the strike zone.
Way ahead of the hitter here. He's going to try to get him to chase, I'm sure, with the 0-2 count. And he gives up a single over to left field, but no harm, no foul. He's got a place to put the runner. It is tough mentally on a pitcher when you get up 0-2 and then you give up a hit on the next pitch.
And they're going to be going back into double play depth on this one.
Arnett up to bat now. Gets ahead of him with a big chase there. Here comes the 0-1. Right in there for strike number two. Gets him looking.
Yeah, Arnett was looking at that pitch all the way.
Could be a strikeout pitch here. Almost got him to swing.
Did he go around? Yes, sir.
He did go around. So a strikeout there makes it 2 outs, and the Rockabillys 1 out away from getting out of this inning.
That was smart strategy in which he just decided to go fastball and have it just outside the strike zone and caught him just completely out of his range, and he couldn't hold up on it.
Virgil Smith up to bat now. Just outside there. Good job from Vineyard to go and get that one. Make sure it wasn't a pass ball. Almost got him to swing on that one, but a little bit high for ball number 2. So 2-0, a little bit behind here, but one pitch can change everything.
Well, this is the guy he wants to get.
Got him swinging there, a big cut.
He was going for the downs on that one. He was looking out there for the Blue Monster.
We saw a bomb over the Blue Monster in the home game on Friday night here for the Rockabillys. You can watch that highlight, of course. That one going to be chopped back for strike number 2, so now it's an even count. Worthy Road Studios on YouTube has the highlight from that home run and highlights from all the Rockabillys games after the fact. All the home games, that is. Ripple looking for his third strikeout. And high for ball number 3. So a full count again.
All right, you can expect the runners on base will be moving with this pitch.
Ripple really wants to get his man here and stop this inning. It's going to be hit foul to the right and a souvenir for a fan.
Yeah, that big crash that you always hear in the stadium every time it's a foul ball. Yeah, look at there. He's happy.
The lucky fan right there. Nothing like being a young fan and bringing your glove to the ballpark.
He'll see his friends tomorrow and tell him all about it. What a great play it was.
And a full count here. We'll do it again. It's going to be hit right back. And the at-bat will continue.
Just did get a piece of it.
Ripple still looking for that payoff pitch right here. Just a hair low. So that'll load up the bases.
Coming to the plate from the Thrillbillies,
Charlie Corum up to bat, who's 0 for 1 on the day.
This is a big hitter. You don't want this one to get out of hand any more than where we are right now.
Swing and a miss there. A good pitch.
Nothing but heat.
Does a good job of jumping in front of hitters. We've seen him getting up in the count early on in at-bats. That one's chopped back. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, quick 0-2 count on this one, and so
we'll see if he goes that fastball outside to try to get him to chase like he got a moments ago. He's got a pitch or two to toy with here, 0-2. Swing and a miss.
Got him.
Got him. And he did get him to chase, so that ends the inning. But the Thrillbillies tack on 3 runs. It's 5-2. We'll be back. The Rockabillys at bat in just a moment.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. The name you can count on. Carlock Automotive. Carlock Nissan and Carlock Prestige, Van Drive, Jackson.
Back here, and some young fans and a young family here at the ballpark.
Now, he has no idea that he's spending the night in the ballpark, the young one there, but I can guarantee you if his parents go back online and they see this after the game, that will be one that's a keeper.
Absolutely. You'll print that one out and frame it. Making memories here at the ballpark before memories can be made. One of those that you tell them about someday. And it looks like Rawls is going to continue on the mound for the Thrillbillies. The Rockabillys were able to get to him for 2 runs in the third, so we'll see if they can add on some more here as Carter Vrabel, who's 1 for 1, will come up to bat. And we've got people out there, Steve, looking for Mike Vrabel appearances here out at the ballpark.
Oh, definitely. I was with some fans up just about probably 30 minutes ago, and that's what they were talking about. They said, well, is he any kin to Mike Vrabel?
He is. That's his son right there. And if his dad makes it out to the ballpark, we'll be sure to get him on camera as much as we can.
Most definitely. Well, once again, it's great having these young men in Jackson, and a lot of them are, you know, for many of them, this is the first summer baseball league that they've been a part of, and to have this opportunity in the Prospect League is just super, and everybody who's been associated with bringing the Rockabillys here are so thrilled to have these young men here.
And one of the cool things about the Prospect League that maybe some fans don't know is there are host homes for all of these young guys that they stay with the family here in Jackson. Gets ahead of him there, 0-1. But they stay with the host family. The host family, of course, feeds them, gives them a room to stay. And from what I've heard, they really form a special bond. It's like they've adopted a son for the summer. As that one's lifted out in the gap, could be problems for the Thrillbillies, but the left fielder will call it off, and it's going to be out number 1.
You talk about that, Alexander. It reminds me of the days of, I'm old enough to remember the old Georgia-Florida league from where I'm from, and it was the same type of situation. It was a rookie league, and the guys literally lived with families. Usually it was 2 of them, and they would room together and live with families in the town, and it was really neat.
That one's low for ball number 1, and one of the cool things is you could form a relationship with the guy that might go on to play minor league ball or big league ball.
That's exactly right.
There's some Hall of Famers that have played in the Prospect League. Strike number 1 there, even count. It's Braden Vineyard, the catcher, up to bat. 0 for 1 in the ball game, looking for his first hit. Cracks that one, but it's going to be foul to the right side.
There was a young woman who was over there trying to snatch that one away. Got away from her.
That's one of the beautiful things about a ballpark is you let the fans keep the baseballs. I talked about that earlier. The NBA or the NFL, if the ball goes in the stands, they always want it back.
Throw it back.
Generous call there, but strike number 3 nonetheless. for out number 2. Now Tyler Macon, who's 1 for 1 on the day, the second baseman, will come up to the plate. And Macon was the one that had the magic on the base pass, turned a stolen base to second into a run scored.
And they said they went to first base on it, and he said, no, he didn't go around.
Didn't go around there either as the ball goes all the way back to the backstop for ball number 2. So Macon so far good eyes at the plate. Tyler Macon batting .400 headed into today's ball game. That's going to be strike number 1.
That was a nice one on the inside corner.
Here's the 2-1. One's going to be hit right up the middle and through the gap for single and hit number 2.
Well, here's where you have situational baseball that takes hold, because now with 2 outs, you're not going to take too many gambles with trying to steal second, but this is one where they've worked on this. And particularly with 2 out, okay, what does happen in those situations? Do you send the runner? Do you keep him on first?
That one's going to be hit out to left field, but should be an easy play. Has to jump for it last moment, but that will retire the side for the Rockabillys. A good cut there from Bird, but it is right to the fielder. So the end of the 4th inning, we will head to the top of the 5th in just a few moments.
Around the warning track.
I'm not a slow driver. I'm not so I don't know that the speeds I would like to go in the Domino's car would be appropriate for such activities. But I think I would treat this more like a dirt track over there at Atwood or something. But I wonder if they'll deliver this pizza up here to the press box, or if this is going to a fan.
There is no, hey, there's the young lady who was just in the competition that we had an inning ago.
Oh, we're delivering multiple pizzas.
Yeah, it's going to come up. Look, watch them. They're going to take it up to the fans. That's great.
And they said they were going to deliver these pizzas to lucky fans that were making a lot of noise. So we'll see where they take these. And right there to a young
there
fan
they go.
And her father.
He's happy. Boy.
There's nothing like some pizza at a ballpark, and those young guys trying to get a hold of one.
All right, let's see where this next one's going to go. In case you wondered, Alexander, the song that is being played is Funiculi Funicula. You can always remember that from now on.
I will always remember that. And it looks like the fan that participated in the game earlier is going to share some pizza with their friend there.
Well, that is kind of them.
They're going to keep Rapol in the ball game here. Made it through 2 innings. He's at 53 pitches so far. The Rockabillys still looking for that win here in front of the home crowd, but it's a long season, Steve, and these guys from all the different colleges and universities are trying to mesh together and see what it's like to play as one team.
That's right, and so often that happens is that you've got to be able to get that chemistry, and you're looking at a brand new opportunity. A lot of these guys didn't even know each other until just a few short weeks ago, and so that is really the big key here is trying to get to the point where you can gel.
Now 2 young teams here at the ballpark. The Thrillville Thrillbillies, also a brand new team to the Prospect League. They've started out the season 3-2, coming off a run rule against the Cape Catfish the other day, one of the dominant teams in the Prospect League.
I like the nicknames of these teams in the Prospect League.
There's nothing like teams in the semi-professional and the summer league baseball thing. The team names are just much better than the major leagues. You don't have any athletics. You've got the Thrillbillies and the Rockabillys and the Catfish. Broken bat.
Whoa, did
right
that
to
one
the
break?
Second baseman. And an easy play, but that'll scare a third baseman when the bat comes flying at you like that.
Now, I wonder if that bat had flown up into the stands, if the fan could have kept that half.
Now, one of the interesting things about the Prospect League is it's a wood bat league, as you see in the bat break. A lot of these guys play in college, and they're used to the metal bats, so they're getting used to what they would use in the minor leagues or the major leagues if they go on to play in the professional realm. And a quick, easy out for Rapol, which has got to feel good after a couple of tough innings.
Oh,
Josh
no
Griffin
question.
will come up to the plate. Josh Griffin's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Takes a crack at that one right to the shortstop. And should be out number 2. It will be. Routine play.
All right, now that's where you start getting your rhythm and getting the 2 infield outs, and that helps a pitcher's confidence immensely.
And now you've got Zimmerman, who you were able to get out last time he was at bat, and he's 0 for 2 in the ball game, so you feel pretty good about this at bat here. And one's going to be hit right through the gap, and as soon as I say that, he'll single off the first pitch.
That fastball got up just enough where he got a piece of it and managed to line it into left field.
So Zimmerman now on first, and that's going to bring up Lindsay, the first baseman.
I always love the conversations that the opposing team players have with each other on first base after a single.
You always wish we could mic them up and listen in to what they were talking about. Happens a lot of times over there at first and behind the plate as well. 2 outs. Rapol trying to get out of the inning here. In for strike number 1, gets ahead again. Here comes the 0-1. Be low for ball number 1. And Vineyard almost checked down to first over there, trying to keep him honest. Lindsay has 2 walks and a hit in the ball game. He's been perfect at the plate, but he watches strike number 2.
Yeah, it may have looked a little low on the camera angle, but it went over the plate right there on the inside corner.
It's not where the pitch ends up, it's where the pitch is when it comes over the plate.
That's exactly right.
A lot of times the catchers try to frame it, but a good umpire is going to know as the runner goes, but got him looking. I knew that was a strike right there for out number 3. And a good inning from Rapol, a good comeback inning. Still 5-2, but the Rockabillys are due up here in the bottom of the 5th. Now, Steve, do you think we're going to see you doing this anytime soon?
I have gone beyond the age of being able to deliver on that. I was going to ask you the same thing.
I have always wondered, at what age do you know or find out that you can do things like this?
Probably he's been doing this since he was a small kid, because that's where you begin to get the experience with this thing. But what I love is the different kinds of things that he balances.
It just seems to me that it would hurt your chin. But the Amazing Tyler, as his Instagram handle, Amazing Tyler 1, this man truly is amazing. There's a reason that he goes around the country doing this at different places.
maybe we can get Steve Bowers out there to do that some night or do a challenge with him.
We'll have to talk that one over in the next break, but Scott Wood will be pitching now for the Thrillbillies, and we'll see if the Rockabillys can take advantage of a new pitcher. Sometimes a new pitcher will come in and you just find yourself getting hit after hit. It's going to be Aiden Hamilton, who does have a hit in the ball game.
Well, Alexander, we encourage everybody to get out to the ballpark. If you haven't already, get out here and support these young men, and you'll see a great brand of baseball. And there are few things that are as enjoyable as a night out at the park. And, of course, they've got some special bargains for senior citizens, for people in the military. And it's just a terrific way to spend a very fine evening with your family.
That's right, Steve. It's Military Monday night here at the ballpark every Monday for home games. Fans with the military background or currently serving get $1 tickets, and tomorrow night's a special night for the teachers. It's Teacher Appreciation Night, discounted tickets for teachers, and they'll be honored at the game tomorrow night here at 7 o'clock. It's the Battle of the Billies, round 2, as the Rockabillys will take on the Thrillbillies again. Hamilton takes a look at that first one and swing and a miss. Aiden Hamilton goes to the University of Kentucky. And as a Wildcats fan myself, I'm glad he's here with the Rockabillys.
And, of course, Garrett Bird is one of our own local guys that is from right here at Jackson State Community College and is from just up the road in Martin.
There's a lot of guys on this team that are from the Tennessee area, play in the Tennessee area. They did a great job of putting together a team that the fans here in Jackson and West Tennessee can embrace. And some that they know, some family members in attendance at Friday night's game and tonight's game as well. Here comes the 1-1. Way in the dirt for ball number 2.
Well, here we go. Here's Tyler up in the stands just doing a simple mitt.
It's simple for Tyler. For the rest of us, that's a very difficult party trick.
I'm not going there with that one either.
Ball number 3. Oh, they're going to say that's strike number 2. I guess I was incorrect.
Now they're saying 3-2 count.
So a full count.
A funeral fan? No.
Be hit foul down the right side.
I'd like to see him balance a television set.
Now that would hurt, I feel like. That's a very heavy object.
Just a simple 55-inch screen.
Right. I wonder what the craziest thing Tyler's balanced. And a swing and a miss there, strikeout. Hamilton just couldn't catch up to that one.
He got him with a sinker, and now look at this one.
It's a purse. He's stealing the purse. Some classic shenanigans here at the ballpark. You can see Tyler right there in our shot there as Jordan comes up to bat.
A
popsicle.
Or a creamsicle, whatever it happens to be.
Almost gets a piece of Jordan there, but he gets out of the way for ball number 1. And Nico hit that bomb out to center field. And I say bomb, usually I would refer to a home run, but with this ballpark and the high wall, that one probably would have been a home run in a lot of ballparks.
Yeah, in a lot of ballparks that would have been out of here.
It was a double, though, and he takes ball number 2. So he's ahead in the count here. Scott Wood takes a moment there to get some chalk on his hand. One of the probably most Googled questions when watching baseball games, what's the thing behind the mound?
It's a rosin bag.
3-0. It helps with the grip for the pitcher, keeps that sweat from moving that ball too much. A good comeback pitch there. You've got to get one in when it's 3-0. You know the batter's not going to be swinging very often.
He was taking that pitch all the way.
So Nico Jordan now has the green light, 3-1. And he gets behind that one, so a full count.
Right down the middle with the fastball. I guarantee you, if he gets the pitch he wants here, he is going to be going for the ripple.
He gets a hold of that one, but it's high up in the sky, and Jordan's going to keep running, but it looks like it's going to be a routine fly for out number 2. Now, the dangerous thing is if you let a ball like that drop with Jordan running out there, he's going to triple or inside the park you.
I think he's trying to balance every product that's in this ballpark.
We need to send him over to the gift shop and get him to balance one of the Rockabillys gear. Surely they've got a wood bat or something in there.
Well, you'd have to think so.
And Luke Lowry's up at the plate with 2 outs. He's 1 for 2 today. Strike number 1. And Luke Lowry, one of those guys that goes to school here in Tennessee, East Tennessee State College.
Oh my! No! Oh my! No! No! Not the camera!
Oh.
Not the camera!
That one's high.
That was inside. Let's see if he
went
went around.
He didn't. So 2-1, and look, Tyler's balancing one of our cameras here.
I'm very happy that he can do this, but I'm sure our executive producer, Paul Schultze, is a bit nervous about that.
Expensive gear, of course, but Tyler's a professional. It doesn't matter the item. Looks like he can balance it all. It's 2-2. Oh, and chases
went
that
after one outside and low.
That'll end the inning and retire the side for the Rockabillys.
Well, Alexander, I've enjoyed being with you these 2.5 innings, and let's hope the Rockabillys can make a rally and take this one tonight.
Hopefully. They've got a couple innings left to do it, so don't give up hope just yet, folks. We'll take a quick break and be back. We've got 4 more innings of action.
Here at Carlock Automotive of Jackson, we have it all. New car savings, quality used cars. We repair all makes and models. We can even buy cars. I don't think I have to say it.
Five to two, the Rockabillys back on the defensive side of things, and Steve Beverly stopped in for a little bit. Always thankful to see Steve and his wisdom of the game of baseball and sports as a whole. One of the legends in the commentator position. And the Rockabillys trying to make a clean inning here as JR playing his guitar. Walking around, and the fans enjoy seeing a mascot. The brand new mascot for the inaugural season of the Rockabillys. Rockabillys looking to have a clean inning and then make a little bit of a rally in the bottom of the 5th. Still got several innings of ball left to play, so don't count the home team out just yet. And JR doing the twist. A classic Rockabilly era dance right there. And Jackson McCoy up to bat. McCoy 1 for 2. This is a deep throw, but got him. A beautiful throw from third base over there. And a great play from Vrabel. So 1 out, 1 retired really quick. And that's going to bring up Austin, who's 2 for 3. Chase Austin up to bat with 1 out. In there for strike number 1. We've seen Ripple do a good job of bouncing back in last inning and so far in this inning. A little bit high there for ball number 1 as the count's even. Here comes the 1-1. That one takes a hop, but ball number 2. There's some of the young fans, of course. They come out to support the Rockabillys in the inaugural season, a chance to be a part of history. And you're a part of history watching this broadcast. That one should be an easy play to second base, and out number 2 it is. Austin's retired. So Ripple, 3.2 innings so far, did a good job of bouncing back after giving up some runs. Could be a 1-2-3 inning for the Thrillbillies. The Rockabillys certainly hope so. The fans looking to get their guys back out there and score some runs. That one's high for ball number 1. Annette, who's 0 for 3 tonight, is up to bat. Here comes the 1-0. That one's a little bit high for ball number 2. Bryson Arnett has not reached base yet tonight, and the Rockabillys looking to continue that trend. Ripple looking for a clean inning. Swing and a miss, a big cut, 2-1. Great comeback pitch there, blew a fastball past him. That one's low for ball number 3. Ripple is a little bit behind here. Good comeback pitch there to make a full count. So here could be the payoff pitch for Ripple. And Arnett is 0 for 3, so good opportunity to get the out here. That one's going to be hit deep out to right, but it's going to be caught for out number 3. And a clean inning for Ripple, and the Rockabillys force the Thrillbillies to 1-2-3 up and down, and the Rockabillys back up to bat in just a few moments after this quick break.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
The Rockabillys looking to catch back up here to the Thrillbillies in the Battle of the Billies. They'll do up in just a few seconds. And it looks like Scott Wood's still going to be on the mound for the Thrillbillies. He got 3 strikeouts in just 1 inning. He struck out the side for the Rockabillys. But Rockabillys probably have a little bit better scouting report now on him. A little bit of talk in the dugout, as there always is, with, hey, his pitches look like this, they move like that, or he's going to try to throw something by you quick. Make sure you're looking for this. All the different tips, of course, from the coaches and the batters that faced him. And James Denton, who's 1 for 2 tonight, will be up to bat. He's going to start it out for the Rockabillys. Then it should be Collins and Vrabel if nothing changes. Scott Wood is at 18 pitches here. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we've still got a ways to go. It's the bottom of the 6th. So the Rockabillys do have 4 more 3-out opportunities. So they've got quite a bit of chances here. There's some of the young fans making some funny faces at the ballpark, and I'm sure they're enjoying this beautiful weather for baseball. Denton settles in here in the batter's box. Here comes the first pitch to Denton. That one's going to be a little low and outside for ball number 1. Denton goes to Carson Newman. He's ahead in the count here against Wood. And big swing and a miss there. He lost one hand off the bat. It's 1-1. And baseball is a game of matchups. You can see him going to the rosin bag there. It's 1-1. That one's going to be hit right to the shortstop. See if he can beat it out. It's going to be close, and he's safe. Denton, a great job of doing a hustle play. Taking a little bit too much time at shortstop from Griffin. Griffin not able to make the throw out to first. So Denton singles to shortstop and starts out the inning well for the Rockabillys. It's going to be Hayden Collins up to bat. Hayden Collins 1 for 2 in the ball game. Here comes the pitch to him. Swing and a miss there. Collins, of course, doubled in this ball game. Double here could score a run. It's 0-1 in the count. He wisely watches that one and going to second. It's going to be close and out. Collins got a little bit of a late jump. Pitch did take a bounce at home, but that erases the runner for the Rockabillys. 1 out. Vrabel at the plate. He's 1 for 2. Does have that double in the ball game. That one's going to be chopped straight back for strike number 2. 1-2 with 1 out. Here comes the 1-2. There's 1 out. Wood deals. Collins hits that one to shortstop. This one should be an out, and it will be. Able to dial it in a little bit more, and Griffin makes the out on this one. So 2 down for the Rockabillys. Collins was thrown out, and Vrabel up to bat now. I told you incorrectly moments ago. This is Vrabel up to bat. He goes to Volunteer State Community College, and if you think that last name sounds familiar, yes, it does. He's the son of Mike Vrabel, the head coach for the Titans. Here's the 1-0. Wood deals. High for ball number 2. Here's the 2-0. Vrabel fouls that one back to the right. So 2-1. Vrabel still ahead in the count. There are 2 outs and no runners on. That one's going to be hit out to left field, but oh, and it's going to be dropped. Vrabel did not run it out, still able to get to first. He thought he caught it, and then left fielder McCarthy dropped that one, so it was going to be an error, and Vrabel will reach first. So the inning will continue for the Rockabillys. Braden Vineyard up to bat, the catcher. Rockabillys catch a break, and the inning continues. They've got a runner on first. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Vineyard just a little bit behind it. See if Vrabel's active on the base paths. Probably not with 2 outs. It's going to be outside for ball number 1. It's an even count. Scott Wood at 30 pitches now. Here comes the 1-1. And that one jammed him inside. Fouled off for strike number 2. Here comes the 1 and 2. Vrabel's on first. Vineyard chops that one to the right. And it's going to be foul, so the at-bat continues. So Vineyard is behind in the count, but he's been doing a good job of staying alive. It's 1 and 2. One way inside. Ball number 2, evened up the count. And here's the 2 and 2. Looks at it for strike number 3. That's going to be the end of the side for the Rockabillys. We're headed to the top of the 7th right after this.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. The name you can count on. Carlock Automotive. Carlock Nissan and Carlock Prestige, Van Drive, Jackson.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow-motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Back here in the top of the 7th. Still a lot of ball game to go, but the Rockabillys do trail it 5-2. We'll see if Rapole continues on the mound. It looks like he may, because there's no one warming up right now. I believe that's him making his way out to the mound there. Should be Virgil Smith up to bat. After Smith, Corum, and McCarthy. Now, of course, the Rockabillys hoping that doesn't continue on past that. Rapole has been pitching for 4 innings, and he is continuing on the mound. 73 pitches so far in the ball game. Taking, of course, a couple more pitches to warm up, as they always do in between innings. It's tough when you have to rest your arm and wait for a while. In just a few moments, the Rockabillys hoping to get 3 up, 3 down against the Thrillbillies. The 2 new teams in the Prospect League. So top of the 7th, we'll of course have the 7th inning stretch right after this side of the inning. There you can see some of them doing the whip and the nay-nay. And throw down to second. That means we are just about to get started here. And Virgil Smith up to bat. Apparently he goes by Austin. So Austin Smith, but his legal name Virgil Smith. He'll start out the inning for the Thrillbillies. That one's going to be hit right to third. A good diving stop, but the throw will be too late. So Vrabel did a good job of stopping that one from going out to the outfield, but the way he found himself after the play, wasn't able to pop up quick enough and make the throw over to first. That's a difficult play. A lot of people don't understand how tough it can be for a third baseman to make a throw over to first. It's a long way to throw a ball. The majority of people couldn't make the throw, and definitely couldn't make the throw from sitting on the ground. Now one high for ball number 1. A lot of times you watch a sport and it may look easy to you, but believe me, that's a very difficult play. And did a great job of stopping it from going out to left field where it could have been a double. Here comes the 1-0. And Vrabel couldn't quite get up for that one, so another single here. 2 runners on for the Thrillbillies. They have just both been limited to singles.
Next batter for the Thrillbillies, left fielder number 15, Evan McCarthy.
Looks like Matt Franco's making his way out to the mound. We'll see if Rapol was pulled after about 80 pitches. 4 innings. May just talk it over. Franco didn't immediately take the ball. There's nobody warming up in, excuse me, there is somebody warming up in the bullpen for the Rockabillys. Somebody warming up in the bullpen for the Thrillbillies as well. They're going to keep Rapol in the ball game. No outs here. 2 runners on, but strikeout and a double play could end this inning pretty quickly. Evan McCarthy's up to bat. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Here comes the pitch to McCarthy. Ball number 1, just a little bit inside. McCarthy was also walked in the ball game. He's got a hit and scored a run. 1-0. He swings. That one's going to go foul over off the third base side, but a strike, so 1-1 in even count. Here comes the 1-1. Jammed him. He fouls it off for strike number 2. So here comes the 1-2. Ripple's ahead of him. Almost got him to chase there, but that's outside for ball number 2. So 2-2 the count. Ripple's still ahead. Here comes the payoff pitch. Gets him to swing. It's through the gap out to left field. They're going to try to bring in a run. The throw might be in time, but the catcher was a little bit too forward. Caught it in front of the plate, and the Thrillbillies will score their 6th run of the ball game. RBI single by Evan McCarthy. So Matt Franco making his way out to the mound. Rapol, who had really settled in well after a couple of tough innings, is going to be pulled out of this ball game. So we're going to go to the bullpen. We'll take a break here while they bring in a new pitcher and be back in just a few moments.
Here at Carlock Automotive of Jackson, we have it all. New car savings, quality used cars. We repair all makes and models. We can even buy cars. I don't think I have to say it.
Looks like it's going to be Josh Furtado in to pitch for the Rockabillys. He just finished up his freshman year at Transylvania University. He has not appeared in a ball game yet. Excuse me, he has. He pitched for 4 innings, gave up 1 hit, struck out 4. So his ERA is at 0 right now. Josh Furtado coming in to provide a little bit of relief for the Rockabillys. They find themselves down 7-2. 6-2. Josh Furtado looks like he's got a good curve ball. And we're seeing him warm up for the first time as you're seeing him warm up. He has not pitched at home yet this year. He needs just a couple more pitches. It looks like he's about to be good. And looks like he's just about done warming up. We'll be back here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock as well for Teacher Appreciation Night at the ballpark.
32-ounce BB King size Coca-Cola products and beer. We fly to make your day.
And here we go. It looks like the batter's going to come back to the plate. It's going to be Josh Griffin, who's 1 for 3 with an RBI today. He's the shortstop for the Thrillbillies. It's Josh versus Josh. Josh Furtado on the mound. Josh Griffin at bat. Josh Furtado's first time pitching here at the ballpark in Jackson. And we await the first pitch. Here it comes. And Josh Griffin looked like he was going to bunt, but pulls it back in time. It's ball number 1. There's some of the fans at the ballpark trying to cheer on the Rockabillys. Rockabillys looking to rally. And Josh does bunt right down the third base line. Gets the runners over. And the play is out at first. So first baseman came out of the way. Second baseman made the play and almost came off the bag a little bit there, but looks like the first out and the bunt did its job. So Josh Griffin, sacrifice bunt, advances the runners over to second and third. There's 1 out and now runners both in scoring position. It's Zimmerman up to bat with 1 out. He's 1 for 3. An RBI last at bat. And that one hits him. So it gets away of Josh Furtado, and the bases are loaded with 1 out.
Next batter, first baseman, number 34, Jackson Lindsay.
So bases loaded. It's a lot different approach for the pitcher. Josh Furtado knows what he's doing, though. Jackson Lindsay at bat. Runners active on the base pass. Corum over there, scampering up and down, and ball number 1. Here's the 1-0. One way foul off to the left. It's going to hit the picnic pavilion out there in left field. 1-1 in even count. Here comes the 1-1 from Furtado. Strike number 2, good pitch there at the bottom of the zone. 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Furtado trying to get Lindsay. Gets a hold of that one and it's through the gap. Despite diving play from the shortstop, 1 run comes around, another one. The play at third is going to be too late. So Lindsay drives in 2 more runs. It's 8-2. Jackson McCoy's up to bat now. McCoy's 1 for 3 in the ball game. That's 12 hits now for the Thrillbillies. Josh Furtado trying to get a hold of the situation. Those earned runs don't go to him, so the ERA is still at 0. That one's chopped. Strike number 1. Furtado ahead of McCoy. Here comes the 0-1. Got him to chase. Good swing and a miss there. 0-2. Now he's got a pitch or two to play with him. Try to get him to chase again. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss again. So he got a strikeout there on 3 pitches. Good job there from Furtado. So 2 outs now. 2 runners on. One more out away from getting out of the inning. It's Chase Austin who's 2 for 4. That one almost got the corner. Rockabillys fans wanted it, but it's going to be called for ball number 1. Here comes the 1-0. That one had good movement on it, but it is a ball. Here's the 2-0. Furtado trying to get back here. Chase Austin at the plate. That one way inside, ball number 3. Got away from him a little bit. That one, ball number 4. He walks him on 4 pitches. Bases loaded, but there are 2 outs, so Furtado could be just 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning here. He needs 1 more out. Any way that he gets it will work. Brings up Bryson Arnett, who's 0 for 4 today. Strikeout, he did knock in 1 RBI. It's a good runner or batter to get right here. That one drops out of the strike zone. 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 from Furtado. That one's going to be in for strike number 1. Finds the outside corner. Good pitch from Furtado and evens the count. Gets that one to Chase at that one. Fouls it off for strike number 2. Gets some rosin from the bag there for his hand to improve his grip. It's 1-2. Trying to get Arnett here with the bases loaded and 2 outs. That one outside. Good grab there from Vineyard to prevent any runs from coming in. It's 2-2. Here comes the 2-2. Could be a payoff pitch. Got him to Chase. Struck him out. That's 2 strikeouts in the inning for Furtado, and the Rockabillys get out of the inning. It's 8-2. Headed into the bottom of the 7th. It's the 7th inning stretch.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
It's the 7th inning stretch here at the ballpark. And here's a look into the Rockabillys gift shop. You can get the jerseys that the Rockabillys wear right at home right there, the New Balance beautiful jerseys that the Rockabillys are wearing tonight and wearing at the home games this season. They've got them in your size. You can go and get one from the gift shop. Scott Wood still on the mound. There's some of the fans of the Rockabillys getting ready for the 7th inning stretch. Getting their stretch in, of course, and it's going to be Luke Lowry up to bat to start out the inning. Should be Denton and Collins next. The Rockabillys looking to add on. They scored 2 in the 3rd and haven't been able to score since. And now the fans a chance to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," as is tradition in ballparks all across America in the 7th inning. And warming up is actually going to be a brand new pitcher, Eli Pillsbury. Eli Pillsbury is a freshman at John A. Logan College. He's from New Bern, Indiana. And Eli Pillsbury has appeared in 1 ball game this season. He went 1 inning, gave up a hit, a walk, and a strikeout. But the Rockabillys trying to change that trajectory here. It's Tyler Macon up to bat. He's 2 for 2 in the ball game. So he's looking for that 3rd hit, looking to get the Rockabillys going here. Then after Macon, it's Bird and Hamilton. Rockabillys looking for a big inning, down 8-2 right now. It's, of course, still just the bottom of the 7th, so a lot of time to go in the ball game. And that one hits Macon on the first pitch. He's pretty shooken up. That's painful to get hit by a pitch like that. Eli Pillsbury comes in, loses control of the first pitch, and walks the runner. So Garrett Bird will be up to bat, and the Rockabillys are going to have their first base runner of the inning. The leadoff runner gets on base. So Tyler Macon on base. We'll see what Bird can do here with the runner on. He's due for 1, 0 for 3 so far tonight. But this could be the first hit right here. Could get the Rockabillys going. With Macon on base. Back to the top of the lineup for the Rockabillys. That one in for strike number 1. Finds the bottom part of the zone. The 0-1 is cracked, but foul to the right and out of reach. Hits over there by the bullpen for the Thrillbillies. It's 0-2 now, the count. Here comes the 0-2. Bird at the plate. They check over at first to check on Macon. He's back easily. Here's the 0-2. That one's going to be hit. Should advance the runner, but it'll be an out at first. So Macon gets over to second. It's a productive out. Advance the runner into scoring position. But Bird is the first one retired for the Rockabillys, and that brings up Hamilton, who's 1 for 3. Jordan should be next, who's also 1 for 3. Both of those guys have a double in the ball game. Looking to add on some runs for the Rockabillys. Here comes the first pitch. It's actually Braden Becker up to bat. So a change. It's Becker's first at bat of the ball game. He's a pinch hitter. Swing and a miss. He's down 0-2 pretty quickly. He's from Edgewood, Kentucky. Goes to Transylvania University. He steps out of the box and calls time. Here comes the 0-2. Pillsbury. It's going to be chopped straight back to the right and out of the stadium. Look out from your cars. It's 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him there to chase. 2 outs now for the Rockabillys. Braden Becker swings and misses. Nico Jordan's up to bat, who doubled early on in this ball game, hit it deep out to center off the wall. If he does that there, he'd score a run for the Rockabillys. Here comes the first pitch from Pillsbury to Jordan. That one loses control of it, and Macon's going to advance over to third. He's stopping at third, but he almost went for home. Aggressive base running. Thought better of it. I like the aggressiveness. So Macon now at third with 2 outs. A hit will easily score a run. Nico Jordan up at bat. Be interested if he laid a bunt down here. He's pretty quick on the base paths, and they're unsuspecting. If he could get it deep enough down third, could be an infield single, RBI. 1-1 is the count. It doesn't look like that's going to be the plan, but be an interesting choice here. Here comes the 1-1. Fouls that one back. It's 1-2. Here comes the 1-2. Way down for ball number 2. It's 2-2. So it's an even count at 2. Temperatures drop down to 75 degrees. The low tonight is 66, but those mid-70s are beautiful weather for baseball. That one right in there for strike number 3 and gets Jordan looking to retire the side. We're headed to the top of the 8th here in Jackson.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. The name you can count on, Carlock Automotive. Carlock Nissan and Carlock Prestige, Van Drive, Jackson.
It's the top of the 8th inning here. Thrillbillies still lead it 8-2. Josh Furtado on the mound. Virgil Smith, who's 2 for 3, cuts that one back for strike number 1.
Now batting for the Thrillbillies, designated hitter number 24, Ashton Smith.
The Rockabillys still have some opportunities to come back in this ball game. 6 more outs to make it happen, but it starts right here by having a clean inning. Furtado just curves that one out of the zone. It's 1-1. Here comes the pitch. Got him to chase. Good curveball there. 1-2. Some more fans enjoying a night at the ballpark. It's the 1-2. Furtado looking for his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. That one's going to be deep out to left. Can he get a good read on it? He will. And out number 2. So 2 quick outs for Furtado. Came in to provide relief in the last inning. Struck out 2, got out of the inning. Did give up 2 runs, but they weren't earned runs. They were inherited runners. Charlie Corum up to bat here. Good pitch there for strike number 1. Swing and a miss. Strike number 2. Could be the 2nd out pretty quickly here. Charlie Corum. And he strikes him out. Good pitch there for Furtado. His 3rd strikeout of the ball game. It's Evan McCarthy, who's 2 for 3, up to bat. He hasn't faced Furtado yet, though. Furtado just flamed Corum. And that one, he blew past McCarthy. Furtado is a freshman. He'll be a senior. Steps off the rubber a little bit there. And he's ready to deal the 0-1. That one gets the call, 0-2. Must have painted the corner. So Furtado is 1 strike away from taking this one to the bottom of the 8th. Here comes the 0-2. A little bit high, ball number 1. Got that one. Strike number 3. Catches him looking. Furtado strikes out 2, and 3 up, 3 down here at the top of the 8th. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th.
Attention to the field one last time for Wade. Tyler, you're not going to bounce that ladder, are you? Tyler, you can do it. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for this man right now. He needs your help.
information.
And Tyler does it again with his amazing balancing act, something I would never dare to attempt to do, but he does it, and he makes it look easy. I know it's not easy at all, but Tyler makes it look easy. Now the Rockabillys up to bat. It's Luke Lowry. Unless there's any changes, it should be Denton and Collins next. Lowry is 1 for 3. He holds off on ball number 1. So he's ahead in the count, 1-0. And framing that one is the catcher. He makes it 1-1. Definitely was out of the strike zone, but did a good job of framing it, and I guess he convinces the umpire there. It's 1-1. That one's hit deep out to left field, but it should be an easy fly ball, and it will be. Out number 1. Looked like it was maybe going to carry a little bit more, and it kind of just died out there. So it's James Denton up to bat now, the first baseman from Three Rivers Community College. He's 2 for 3. Excuse me, it's been a change. It's going to be number 10, Dalton Rudd, the sophomore from Three Rivers College, and he is seeing his first at-bat of the ball game. So the Rockabillys changing guys in and out pretty quickly here at the end of the game. That's ball number 1. Rockabillys, of course, still trying to mesh together as a team. They're just in their 5th ball game of a 52-game season, in for ball number 2. And they're from 20 different colleges and universities, so a lot of these guys have never met until just about a week or two ago. That one's in for strike number 1. It's 2-1. Here comes the 2-1. Rudd watches it for ball number 3. Good eye. Here's the 3-1. 1 out. And a walk. Pillsbury puts that one inside. Rudd comes into the ball game as a pinch hitter. He becomes a runner. Walks that one there. So gets things started for the Rockabillys. They've got another base runner. Should bring up Hayden Collins. And it will. Hayden Collins, who's 1 for 3 today, comes up. Still looking for his first RBI, and it'd be a great time to get 1 or 2 here. That one straight back towards the second deck. Strike number 1. It's 0-1. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. That one blazed past him. Here comes the 0-2. Runner on first. He hits that one, but it's straight up in the air towards center field, and he barely has to move. Out number 2. Rudd able to run back. And Carter Vrabel, who's 1 for 3, is at the plate. Two outs. There is a runner on first. Swing and a miss for Vrabel. Big cut. Here comes the 0-1. That one's cracked out to right field. He's going back. He doesn't look like he's in position. It's going to go over his head. That one's down. It'll bring in a run. Vrabel's headed for third. He should be safe. He's got plenty of time. A beautiful slide and a triple. Drives in a run for Carter Vrabel, his second hit of the ball game, and it's 8-3. The Rockabillys tack on a run. Looking to keep it going now is Vineyard, the catcher. He's looking for his first hit of the ball game, but what better time than now to have one? Vrabel injects a little bit of energy into the hometown crowd with a great triple to drive in a run. You saw the right fielder, Austin, headed back, and then he turned because he knew it was over his head. It goes off the wall, and Vrabel's speed, and looks he's encroaching on home already. You can see him over there on the third base path. There's some fans there. Vrabel getting a healthy lead over at third. Looks like he's just waiting for a wild pitch. And there almost was one. Good job from the catcher to rein that one in. It's 2-0. Looks like Pillsbury is a little bit shook up after that RBI triple. He's 26 pitches into his relief stint here in the ball game. Way high. Vrabel's headed for home. And he stands up and scores. So the Rockabillys add another run off the wild pitch, and the count is now 3-0. 2 outs, but the Rockabillys doing a good job of keeping the inning going with 2 outs. There's one of our fine camera crew here. Fun fact, the cameras don't run themselves here at Worthy Road Studios. We got some great directors, producers, and everybody here. That one's high for ball number 4, and Vineyard finds himself on base. So the Rockabillys continue the inning here. Vineyard's on first. And that's going to bring up Biuka. Biuka is up to bat. He's pinch hitting here. And the Thrillbillies going to talk this one over a little bit as the Rockabillys having a little bit of a late rally, adding 2 runs here in the bottom of the 8th with 2 outs. It's a new at-bat. Pillsbury remains on the mound. Biuka takes his first at-bat of the ball game. Matthew Biuka is from Quinsigamond Community College. He's a sophomore. He has not played in the ball game yet this season, so this is his first plate appearance. And it could be a big one here. Runner on first. Vineyard's on first after a 4-pitch walk. This actually will be Brandon Valdez. So the box score was incorrect on that one. I apologize. It looks like they made a change. They had a pinch hitter, and then they pinch hit for the pinch hitter. So strike number 1. Brandon Valdez goes to Kentucky Wesleyan College. Gonna see if he swung or not. He did not go around, so 1-1. Oh, they're saying 0-2, so I guess he did go around. There you can see Pillsbury. That one's a wild pitch. And Vineyard gets over to second easily. So he's now in scoring position. It's 1-2, I believe, is the count. Well, now you've got Vineyard in scoring position on second. Valdez is up to bat. He's a pinch hitter. That one way over the head. And that's going to bring Vineyard over to third. Pillsbury looks like he's lost control a little bit. Balls are just not going where he wants them to go. The baseball's just flying out of his hand a little bit. Here comes the pitch. I believe it's the 2-2. That one's going to be hit to third through the gap, and the Rockabillys are going to bring in another run. It's 8-5. Valdez comes in, pinch hits, and does his job. He gets an RBI single there, and the Rockabillys rallying here in the 8th inning. They've added 3 runs. They're going to try to keep it going here. It should be Bird up to bat, unless there's any last-minute changes. and it's not going to be changed. So Garrett Bird, who's due for one, he's 0 for 4 today, goes, of course, to Jackson State Community College right here in Jackson. He's from Martin as well. Whoa, and that one hits him on the first pitch. Pillsbury has just completely lost control. We'll see if the Thrillbillies are going to pull him out of this ball game. And it looks like the manager is going to make his way out there, as there are now 2 base runners for the Rockabillys. Becker will be up to bat. Yeah, and they're going to pull out Pillsbury, so we'll see a pitching change with runners on first and second. Rockabillys still trail by 3, but they've got 2 runners on, and they're rallying here with 2 outs. Scored 3 runs with the 2 outs. And they're going to make the call to the bullpen. We'll take a quick break and be right back. Nathan Ball, the senior from Indiana University, is going to be pitching for the Thrillbillies. He's appeared in 2 ball games so far this year. He's got a save, so he's their save man. They're trying to keep this ball game out of reach for the Rockabillys. He's given up 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, and just 1 walk in his 2 innings pitched. But the Rockabillys could change that trajectory right here. It's Becker up to bat. Rockabillys have tacked on 3 runs with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th, and they're looking to mount a complete comeback against the Thrillbillies. Here comes Nathan Ball's first pitch. That one's high for ball number 1. Becker's at bat. Here comes the pitch. Whoa, way inside, gets past him. And the runners go ahead and advance. So runners both in scoring position now off a completely wild pitch from Nathan Ball. It wasn't even remotely close. Now the Rockabillys have 2 in scoring position. And Becker, who's 0 for 1 in the ball game, pinch hit last time he was at bat, has a good opportunity here to get the Rockabillys much closer to taking back that lead from the Thrillbillies. Rockabillys led it early on. It was 2-2. Excuse me, they tied it up. That's going to be strike number 1, 2-1. So here comes the 2-1. And Becker chases. It's 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 with 2 outs. Becker trying to keep the inning going. Ball trying to shut it down. And a swing and a miss for the strikeout. So Becker is out. That's the end of the inning for the Rockabillys, but they get 3 runs back. It's 8-5 headed to the top of the 9th, and the Rockabillys have 3 more outs to get this comeback going. Josh Furtado's going to stay in to pitch the 9th inning for the Rockabillys. They were able to get 3 runs back there in the bottom of the 8th. They still trail it by 3, but this ball game is far from over. The Rockabillys bats look like they've woken up here in the late innings of this one. They've got 3 more outs in the bottom of the 9th. They want to have a clean inning here and go ahead and move on and keep the momentum going. It's going to be Josh Griffin up to bat first. He's 1 for 3 on the day.
Now batting from the Thrillbillies, shortstop number 3, Josh Griffin.
And Josh Furtado trying to shut this down quickly. 3 up, 3 down is the goal. Josh Griffin, Zimmerman, and Lindsay stand in the way. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be chopped and foul to the right side, out of reach. 0-1 though. Here comes the 0-1 to Griffin in a moment when Josh Furtado steps back on the mound. Here comes the pitch, the 0-1. Gets him to swing. It's 0-2. He's way ahead of him now. Furtado's got 4 strikeouts in just the 2 innings he's pitched. He's a heavy strikeout pitcher. Here comes the pitch. That one a little bit high for ball number 1. Here comes the 1-2 to Griffin. One chopped over to third. It's a long throw, but a beautiful one for out number 1 here in the top of the 9th. A great play from Vrabel over there at third. So Zimmerman up to bat, who's 1 for 3 as well. Got him on a beautiful curveball. Got him to chase. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Beautiful pitch there. Got the corner of the plate right in the middle of it. 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Furtado way ahead of Zimmerman. That one's a little bit high. Got away from him. Furtado will try again here, 1-2. He's looking for that strikeout pitch. He's already got 4 strikeouts here in the ball game. Got him to chase there. Strikeout number 5 and out number 2 here in the top of the 9th. So Furtado continues his 0 ERA that he came into today's game with. Two outs here in the top of the 9th. That one's way up. If it will stay fair, it should be an out for Vrabel. Vrabel will catch it, and that'll end the top of the 9th. The Rockabillys with momentum headed into the last 3 outs of the ball game. Do they have enough in the chamber to mount a comeback and get a walk-off win? We'll find out in just a few moments.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow-motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Here at Carlock Automotive of Jackson, we have it all. New car savings, quality used cars. We repair all makes and models. We can even buy cars. I don't think I have to say it.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. The name you can count on. Carlock Automotive. Carlock Nissan and Carlock Prestige, Van Drive, Jackson.
Nathan Ball is still in the inning pitching for the Thrillbillies after he came in last inning to clean up a little bit of a mess that the Rockabillys had started, but the Rockabillys did get 3 runs back before it was all cleaned up, and they're looking to make a little bit of trouble here in the bottom of the 9th inning, hoping for a little bit of a walk-off in the battle of the Billies. And here's one of the great hitters for the Rockabillys, Jordan, up to bat. That one blows right past him. It's going to be strike number 1. If Jordan got a hold of that one, could have been dangerous. So it's 0-1. That one curves way outside. Jordan did chase it, 0-2. It's the 0-2. Jordan's got to be careful if anything's close. And he chases that one. Does fall in the dirt, so they have to throw him out, but the strikeout is there. So Ball 2 strikeouts in the ball game, and Jordan retired on 3 strikes. Now it's Luke Lowry, the designated hitter in the ball game, up to bat for the 5th time today. He's 1 for 4 so far. See if Luke can get something going here for the Rockabillys in the bottom of the 9th. That one blows past him too. Nathan Bell, the closer for the Thrillbillies. He's got 1 save in the season so far and 2 appearances. That one chopped foul. It's 0-2 now. So Lowry behind in the count. He's got to be careful here, 0-2. Anything's close, you got to foul it off or put it in play. He fouls that one back to stay alive. Lowry taking his time out of the box there, warming up. It's 0-2. Faces another pitch from Ball. That one way down near his foot for ball number 1. Good eye from Lowry. It's 1-2. Lowry trying to keep the hope alive for the Rockabillys. It's just 1 out. Good eye on that one. He holds off as it bounces in the dirt. Even out at 2. It's 2-2. That one gets lost, and the count is full. So good eye from Luke Lowry after getting down 0-2. Fouled one off and takes 3 straight balls. We'll see what Nathan Ball does here with a full count. Lowry's got to be careful, but a walk would be great for the Rockabillys. If it's close, you can't just watch it and hope they get the call. You got to be careful. Here comes the full count. That one's hit and through the gap there past the shortstop. So it's going to be a single. And that's the first base runner here in the 9th. Lowry on first base. The Rockabillys have 1 out. They're down by 3 runs, trying to make that comeback. It's another pinch hitter, Wesley Mann. Wesley Mann is a sophomore at Dyersburg State Community College. He's batting .273 on the season. First pitch in for strike number 1. So 0-1 is the count. Here comes the 0-1. Way down and inside for ball number 1. It's even at 1. Lowry's over there on first base. Man, an important, crucial at-bat here. Pinch hitting. He got a generous call on that one, Ball did. It's in for strike number 2. Looked inside to me. They're going to say it's right in the strike zone on the line. So 1-2 is the count. Man finds himself behind. He's got to be careful here. And swing and a miss from Mann. That's out number 2 as he goes down swinging. Rockabillys down to their last out, but it's not over yet. Collins is up to bat. He's 1 for 4 on the day. Looking to keep it going for the Rockabillys. That one's low for ball number 1. Nathan Ball set to deal with the 1-0. He's going to throw over to first to check first. Lowry able to get back. Still 1-0 as he's about to pitch to Collins. He does. That one's going to be hit right to third. Collins tries to beat it out, but he won't. That's going to be the end of the ball game here. The Rockabillys fall 8-5. They tried to mount a last-minute comeback in the 8th inning and just was too little too late. But they get a rematch tomorrow night against the Thrillville Thrillbillies, the Battle of the Billies 2.0 here in Jackson, Tennessee. It's Teacher Appreciation Night. Teachers get discounted tickets out here at the ballpark, but the Rockabillys will be looking for their revenge. We'll be back tomorrow night, and we'll be back for all the home games for the Rockabillys. We're at a 7-game home game stretch. So We've got tomorrow night, a break on Wednesday. Then we've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday games for you right here on Prospect League TV and right here with the Worthy Road Studios broadcast team. So make sure to make plans to come on out to the ballpark tonight or to watch or tomorrow night or watch the stream as the Rockabillys take on the Thrillbillies once again. It is Teacher Appreciation Night, so if you're a teacher, come on out, get recognized for all the great work that you do. And here's our Worthy Road Studios broadcast team. We're directed by Christopher Reasons. Produced by Summer Sturgis. I'm Alexander Bitterling, your commentator for tonight. Now our cameramen bringing you all those great angles are Eric Inman, Andrew Burris, Zachary Henson, and our executive producer is Paul Schulze. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. And Steve Beverly, of course, thank him so much for stopping in to help commentate, color commentate for us tonight. We always love when Steve stops in, and he brought us that beautiful national anthem tonight. So make plans to tune in tomorrow night at 7 o'clock as the Rockabillys run it back against the Thrillville Thrillbillies. I'm Alexander Bitterling. It's a beautiful night. Unfortunately, the Rockabillys did not get the win tonight, but they get a chance to do it tomorrow night, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, right here in front of the home crowd. So we'll look forward to tomorrow night as the Rockabillys look to find that win here in the Hub City. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Alexander Bitterling, and for all the team at Worthy Road Studios, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow night.